It was 1:58 a.m. when Jake, the bartender at O'Malley's, wiped down the counter one last time and rang the brass bell. Last call, folks. The place was almost empty, just a few regulars dragging their feet toward the door. Except for one man. He sat at the far end of the bar, hunched over a glass he hadn't touched. Jake didn't remember him coming in. He wore an old brown coat, soaked from the rain, and a battered fedora pulled low over his eyes. "Hey, buddy, we're closing," Jake called out, grabbing his keys to lock up. The man didn't move, didn't even blink. Annoyed, Jake walked over. "Come on, pal. Gotta go." The man finally looked up. His skin was pale, almost gray. His eyes sunk deep like two pits. Up close, Jake realized the man's coat was torn and muddy, like he'd crawled out of a grave. Jake took a step back. "Sir," the man spoke, voice dry and hollow. "I'm waiting for someone." Jake's stomach twisted. "Who?" The man smiled, a horrible, broken smile. "You." The lights above flickered. Jake stumbled back toward the door, but when he turned around, the rest of the bar was gone. No stools, no windows, just endless darkness stretching out in every direction. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. 2 a.m. exactly. And then the man stood up, his shadow stretching impossibly long across the floor, and walked toward him. Jake tried to scream, but the darkness swallowed the sound. Outside, the closed sign flipped by itself, swinging gently in the wind. O'Malley's never opened again.
Cassie was a seasoned 911 operator, 12 years on night shift. Nothing surprised her anymore. But starting one rainy November night, she kept receiving strange calls from a man whispering, "Help me! It's here! It's in the house!" Each time the call was chilling, the sound of static, heavy breathing, sometimes a soft thud in the background. She traced the number. It showed up as 00000000000, flagged as non-existent. At first, she thought it was a glitch. She reported it. IT checked. No call logs, no recordings. It was as if the line had never been open. Still, the calls kept coming, always from the same whispering man, always begging for help, always just before 3 a.m. one night. Desperate to prove she wasn't imagining it, she stayed after her shift, manually checking the emergency dispatch database. Buried deep in an archive labeled Closed, Unsolved, she found an incident. 10 years ago, a man called 911 repeatedly for help, claiming something was in his house. Dispatchers thought it was a prank. No units were sent. The next morning, police found the man dead, eyes wide open, face frozen in terror. No cause of death. The case was closed as natural causes. Cassie felt a hand brush her shoulder. She turned. No one was there. Her phone buzzed on the desk. Private number. She answered, heart pounding. The same whisper. "It's not in my house anymore. It's in yours." Then, silence, and the sound of footsteps behind her.